Hey everybody, Dog8798 here. This is my salute of the 2014 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, man. I still just can't get over the shock and awe of this film. This film right here was awesome, and it was one of the best films of 2014 in my opinion, or at least of all the movies I saw this year. This is a film that, once again, I've waited for since 1996 and was immediately excited for again when I heard about it, when I heard about the sequel or reboot in 2007. Then finally, my excitement turned to anger and rage when I heard the changes that would be made. Michael Bay making them aliens. Michael Bay making the Turtles aliens. Then, but I still was gonna watch it to see. Because it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, so I was still gonna watch it. So, in 2014, it's being changed. I read on Wikipedia that it's been changed back to the Turtles being being normal baby turtles who get mutated into mutant turtles. Something similar to the original origin. Then of course I go to on AMC Theater with John Campea. I see pictures of the new character designs of the turtles in the films, and I see the muscular turtles with the badass samurai armor. And I was like, you know what? That looks pretty cool. Okay, the film at least looks like it's going to be entertaining. It still doesn't look good, but at least it looks entertaining. Then I see the first trailer. It was terrible. It was like a Nolan type movie. It was taking itself way too seriously. Then I see another trailer. Then I see other trailers, and these trailers were awesome. They showed more action, more character interaction, and reminded me very much of the 80s and 2003 cartoons. Then, of course, finally, I see that awesome Shell Shock video with Juicy J, Wiz Khalifa, and Dollar Sign on T-Neck on the television. Then I immediately clicked for that on the internet, and I still have that in my likes. That song right there was awesome. Just like the 90s Turtles movies, awesome rap song, awesome memorable rap song to get me hyped for the film, man. Then finally the movie releases, and I see all of these negative reviews criticizing the film. All these negative reviews from fans criticizing the film. I knew the critics weren't going to like this. They didn't like the other ones. And the idea is just too stupid for them to understand. The idea resonates better with children. That's why I never minded the Turtles being marketed towards children, despite how violent, gritty they were when they first showed up in the 80s. That's why I never minded the Turtles being for children, because the ideas is something that will resonate better with children than adults. Children and teenagers than adults. So, with that being said, so my expectations lowered. I at least wanted to be decent, because then I got online again and read the supposed plot for the sequel if the movie had done well. So I at least wanted the movie to be decent. Finally got to see it. This movie was better than decent, man. This film right here was awesome. All of my complaints, I don't have any complaints. All of my complaints in the film, every complaint I had in the film was addressed, and every complaint I had for the film worked for this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe that Michael Bay was establishing. And the movie itself reminded me of the 80s cartoon and 2003 cartoon, and like I said, the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. It was a modern adaptation of these two right here. It was a modern adaptation of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies right here, except the only difference between this one is that the more recent movie had a bigger budget, had a bigger budget, and the newer movie had technology, referencing that it's in a more modern time. It's an even more modern time than these were. Then it's also like this with all the over the top stunts, the rooftop jumping, and the other fantasy type elements. There were no bulletproof turtles in here, but you would see that here before you would have saw that here in these two movies. You saw those monsters coming from the gate portal. So yeah, it was a live action version and modern version of an even more modern version of this. So that's what the movie reminded me of, despite the obvious change in the origin. And I love the new origin with the turtles being April O'Neil's pets. I thought I was going to have a problem with that. That worked, and not only did that work, not only was that better than it was on paper, that's probably the best origin out of all the supposed origins out of the three origins they have. That's probably the best origin ever, the one closest to reality. So once again, Michael Bay, Megan Fox, you are forgiven. Megan Fox she wasn't the best actor, but she was awesome here. She sucked in Transformers because, first of all, like I said, Michaela is not a character in the Transformers franchise. Sam Witwicky is, Spike Witwicky is, but not Michaela and his goofy parents. Here, she's portraying April O'Neil. Her character is actually relevant to the plot. She wasn't relevant to the plot in Transformers. Here, she is. Like I said, man, this right here was just awesome, man. And I can't wait for the sequel. Yes, let me do that too. My thoughts on the sequel, man. This is my salute of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 film, and my thoughts on the sequel. The sequel coming in June of 2016. Love the early release date. I wish this was released earlier, so it would be on DVD now. But they had to avoid competition with all the other big time films that came out earlier this summer. So yeah, I wish this film. June. So I'm happy that'll be in June. I'm happy it'll be in June. Then I love the idea of Bebop and Rocksteady, Casey Jones, Krang, and Dimension X being featured in this movie. I love the appearances of Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Splinter, Shredder, and what's his name. So I can't wait for their appearances here in the 2000. I can't wait to see what Bebop and Rocksteady, Krang, Casey Jones, and Dimension X are gonna be like in this brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film and universe. Even other characters like Vernon, he was a good comedy relief and a rival to April O'Neil in the 80s cartoons, but I really didn't care for him in this film until I saw him. He was pretty funny. He was good. And like I said, I told you how much I enjoyed April Fox's character. Whoopi Goldberg, her role, she played her role good. April O'Neil's boss. That's what she is. So, like I said, man, awesome film, man. Action everywhere. The superhuman turtles, the bulletproof turtles, that worked for this turtle universe. And like I keep saying, even though I want Hollywood to do it this way, I would have preferred Hollywood to make this film just like these two, exactly just like these two, only more closer to the comics, even more closer to the comics and source material. Most people don't want that. If that would happen, they would just say it's a rip-off of these. So, Turtles, they went in their own, they changed the origin and did their own thing, and in my opinion, it worked. Congratulations, Michael Bay and Megan Fox. You are forgiving. This is a franchise I will support. I am looking forward to it. I love this franchise, man. I love this movie, man. I'm still jamming to that Shell Shock theme. All right, Doug out.